Hey, what's up? I'm back with a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about basic tips and tricks for writing lyrics. Alright, the first thing that I want you guys to learn is about rhyming patterns. Basically, it's the word that we end on at the end of every sentence and whether or not they match the next line or the previous line. What I mean is, underlined, I have all the words that rhyme. Night, light, day, say. And now, as you see right here, I have letters A, B, B. And if you haven't noticed already, the A's fall with the ites, and the B's fall with the A's. Basically, this one, the first line, if you write a first line, it automatically becomes A of a section. This isn't at the beginning of a song. This is the beginning of a section, like a verse, a chorus, a bridge, whatever. The first line becomes A. And then the next line, if the ending word rhymes with the previous line, then it becomes A too. Then if you write another line that the end of the sentence, the word at the end of the sentence does not rhyme with the previous two, it becomes B, and so on and so on. And then if you create another sentence here, it would become C, if it does not rhyme with this. So we can write, I really like my friends. Yes, this isn't the best lyric writing, but hey. Okay, so I really like my friends. It does not rhyme with any of these, so it becomes C. If it did rhyme with night or light, it would become A too. But it's C because it does not rhyme with these. Then if I write, okay, so this is going to be blank here. And so then it would be, they'll be here till the end. Friends and end rhyme. So then this becomes D. And so on and so on. Oh wait, not C. C, sorry. But if you did write a line that did not rhyme with any of the ones that we've already written, it would become D. Okay, so this is super similar to what I was just talking about, but this time the A, B, B, C, C isn't important right now. What's important is the actual words that you end on, which are right now night, light, day, say, friends, and end. A lot of these rhyme with each other, and so those are called rhyming schemes. And so you need to get familiar with different things, different words that rhyme, like night, fight, light, day, say, hey, different words like that. And you can Google them or you can just experiment, but make sure that you get familiar with those because you're going to be using those to rhyme in your sentences. Okay, so this next thing is super important. You want to start journal writing. For a while, I've been doing this, and it really helps. Just, you can use notebook, you can use your computer, you can type it, whatever. Just write about different feelings that you feel. If you're feeling something a certain day, go into your journal and write about how it is, how you feel, different sentences that come to mind, how you would describe what you're feeling. And so then, when you want to write a song, you can go to that journal and you can pick and choose some of those sentences and things you wrote. And so you can make sure that your lyrics are really from the heart because you wrote them when you were really feeling that emotion. Alright guys, so next I want to talk about similes, metaphors, and personification. You guys probably know what these are, but just to review. A simile is basically where you explain what who or something is. Here I have, they were quiet like a mouse, and so like shows that it's a simile, and so it's not saying that they are something, it's saying that they're acting like they are that something. And so a metaphor is saying that something is happening, like violin started playing when she walked into the room. Most likely violins didn't actually start playing. It depends on the context. Like if you hired violinists to play, that would be different, but most likely this would be a proper metaphor. Personification is when you give non-living things living qualities. Here I have the clouds dance across the sky. Clouds not living? I don't think so. And so they're dancing. Living things dance. And so basically that's what it is. And so you want to use these in your songs to further explain what you want to explain and to make it easier to understand what you're trying to get the listener to feel. Alright guys, so finally you want to know what each section does. So you can feel free to pause the video so you can read everything I have on the screen, but I'm just going to go over basically what it is. Verse 1 is opening up the subject. Basically what it says, you're opening up the subject, telling them exactly what you're explaining, what your message is, whatever. Then the pre-chorus builds up to the chorus. The chorus summarizes the meaning / message of the song, the big point you're trying to make. Verse 2 further explains the story and or what you were explaining. Basically adding on to verse 1, it's just verse 1 is more of an opening and verse 2 is kind of digging in deeper. The bridge, it can provide contrast, a different point of view, and it can also be a turning point in the story if you are telling a story. So basically that's what the sections are and what they do. And you don't have to use a bridge. Sometimes you don't even have to use a chorus. But these are all the sections that you would need to use for writing your song. Okay, so now you need to learn how to put melodies to your lyrics. So, before we had, I'm walking through the night and soon enough I see a light. We're just going to focus on that for right now. And so, let's create a melody using the piano. For when you're starting, just use the white keys, nothing else. And so, right now, I'm going to compose a simple melody for these lyrics. So, let's figure out a melody. Okay, so now if we go back to our thing, that would be I'm walking through the night, and soon enough I see a light. Simple, like that. And each word has its own note. You want to start off like that. Well, not its own note, but you want to make sure that you're playing a note for each one of the words. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to give you a tip. So you want to look and study the lyrics of people you admire. And so this can be anyone from the Beatles to Bob Dylan to a hip-hop artist. Whoever you like and you think their lyrics are good, look at their lyrics and see what message you get after it, what you feel, and all that stuff, and start taking notes. And so that when you go into your lyrics, you can kind of aim for that. And also you want to see some messages that you can get from the lyrics, and so maybe you can use those messages in your own lyrics to start expanding and learning about using messages. You never want to copy, just using them to influence you. There you go. Those are my 7 best tips for basic lyric writing. Have fun and good luck writing.